And can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here we are. Can I ask you how many of you are from SEM? 3 and 4. Okay, and the others are for REST. Okay, sorry, I have to do just one presentation because we didn't have time to split, and I'm the program coordinator both of SEM and REST. But mainly the information will be the same or hardly the same for you. And don't worry, because this presentation will be made available in a couple of days on the program website, and I will probably send it to you by email as well. So if you miss any of the information, you will be able to retrace it. Sorry, okay. Some people are getting into the room. Okay, this will be a very short presentation because I don't want to spend too much time on it. Then if you have questions, you can stop and I can answer. And after this presentation, we will have the tutors getting deeper in some other contents. But what you need to know, should know, is already online, and we are the main reference for you. So, as you know, the University of Bologna is a multi-campus university. We are located here at the Rimini campus, which has the highest percentage of international students compared to other campuses. So here you will probably meet many other students of both bachelor and master's degrees. You are enrolled in a master's degree, so after graduation you can either enroll in a master, what we in Italian call master, which is a side education, or go further on third cycles, PhD studies, for example. And okay, let's start and go deep into what's relevant for you. Here are the key roles. So, sorry if there are people in, okay, waiting to get, I will get them into. Okay, the key roles, who's who. So, my name is Ilaria Tamburini, sorry, maybe I didn't introduce myself. I'm the program coordinator of both RESD and SEM. So I'm part of the administrative staff. And you have me as administrative staff as main reference. So whenever in doubt, just ask. And if I'm not the right person to address, I will forward your request to other colleagues or other offices. And you also have the program director, who for SEM is Professor Visentin and for RESD is Professor Montini. They are the faculty, so they are your reference points for teaching, learning, so your academic life mainly. Then we also have the tutor of the degree program. The tutor is a student, and both Lucrezia for RESD and Gaetano for SEM are ending their collaboration with us. So there's the possibility for you to be the new tutor. We will be publishing a call in the next few weeks, and you can apply and be the new tutor of the degree program. So the tutor is the interface between the offices and the faculty, and normally you address him or her with more informal questions. For more formal and, let's say, relevant administrative or academic questions, you have the program coordinator or the degree program director. So here you have the email addresses. You can find me at cdlm.rest@unibo.it. Here you have Professor Montini and the email address of the tutor. And for SEM, you have the same, cdlm.sem, and Professor Visentin or Gaetano, still here with us. So what's relevant is to be found online already. So if you go to RESD or SEM, the websites are the same. I mean, they have the same layout, the same structure. You can find under studying all you need to know regarding teaching activities, academic calendar, course structure diagram, your study plan, and so that's the main section of the website for you. So, course structure diagram, for example, is the base. So for RESD students, that's the first year. You know that you are starting with the crash course in mathematics, which starts this week, and then from next week you will have regular lessons. So you have all these compulsory activities, and you have to choose among these three as an elective. This compulsory and these 6 credits are the 60 credits relevant for your first year. If you wish to do an internship, you can do it now in your first year, and these 6 credits will be part of your second year choices. So it's just if you take now 6 credits of your second year, but you are not asked to do an internship now. So if you want to add it in your study plan, you will have 66 credits instead of 60, which is the minimum. Service management has a structure diagram with 54 degrees in the first year, and they are all compulsory. That means that some students don't have to submit a study plan because all activities are mandatory, and you will find them all in your study plan already. But RESD students will be asked to choose among these electives, at least, and add the internship and the let's say the windows, the periods in which you can submit your study plan are indicated here. So RESD students are asked to make their choice by the beginning of December, and what you choose now can be changed in the second window only, not next year. So the plan you have at the end of May, that's the study plan for your first year. Some students have no choices, so they are okay like this. And what's relevant for you to know is the content of each teaching activity. So let's say here, for example, because I think I remember some relevant points here, you have the periods. So you know, according to the academic calendar, when courses are taught, which period. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, or A or B, but that's the, an internal way of distinguishing them. What's relevant for you is to know when lessons are taught. That's the main area the teaching belongs to, but that's not important for you. The number of credits is relevant for you. So you either have 6 or 12 credits, as well as same students. These are considered to be integrated courses. It means that you have 2 teachers, 1 module and the other one after, and you will see the first part, so an exam for the first module, an exam for the second module. The average of the 2 marks you get will be the final mark for the integrated course of economics for 12 credits. So some has these kind of courses, whereas normally doesn't have them, but the way you have to book for sitting them is the same, and professors will give you details on the program content that you can see here, the learning outcomes of the activity, what the contents are. You see here, for example, Module 1 and Module 2, because in this case you have 2 professors teaching the same course, so Professor Montini and Professor Papadeas. If you click here, you will find their personal page, so you will see email address, teaching, useful contents, news, so anything you should know. I mean, the teacher wants you to know should be available here. So going back to the structure of each singular teaching, you will find here the readings and the bibliography. So you will be asked to borrow books from the library, buy books, or other on Virtuale. Here, for example, you don't have any content already on Virtuale, but many professors will upload some didactic material on their virtual space. So you just have to get into your Studenti online profile and find the Virtuale icon and subscribe for the teaching, and you will see all the professors has uploaded for you in order to prepare for sitting the exam. Here you have teaching methods and assessment methods, and it's important to know for mainly foreign students, but also I think for Italian students, that the ranking goes from 18 to 30. So in order to pass the exam, you need to get 18, which is the minimum mark you can get, and then 19, 20, up to 30 cum laude, which is the outstanding, so the maximum you can get. And normally the graduation ranking is indicated in the teaching explanation. So, oh, sorry. What's wrong with this? Let me see. I don't know. Okay, what's wrong with this? Okay, so that's the page for studying, and we already said about the study plan, who has to do the study plan. Another important indication is the academic calendar. So you will find all the studying periods, study exams, or bank holidays, for example, so you can start booking for going back home or anything you wish to do apart from following lessons and sitting exams. So normally we have the first and the second subcycle, which are the first semester, and then the third and the fourth, which are the second semester. Normally lessons are split over 5 weeks, and then you have mid-term exams in many cases, which are set in, let's say, unofficial dates. And then you have the first final exam, which is the first official date, because you only have 3 dates per year. So for each course, each class you follow, you have one exam, normally at the end of it or just before the end of it, a second exam, which is normally after 15 days or 1 month after the end of the lesson, and a third and last exam in September, end of August or beginning of September. So you are required to pass the exam in one of these 3 days. And normally students prefer to sit exams in the first 2 available, because they are fresh from following lessons, fresh from studying. But if unfortunately you miss the first 2, you have the recovery data at the end. And one thing I didn't say about lessons is the recovery. So normally, if you download the My Unibo app and you check the timetable, you will see if some classes have been deleted, cancelled, because of unavailability of the teacher, for example, or for any other reason, and they will be normally recovered at the end of the month. So in the academic calendar, you will also see the additional days for classes. Let me see. So if, for example, one lecture is missed in this first period, you know that it will be recovered in October, at the end of October. Very, very important are the crash courses for both RESD and SEM students. Now RESD has the crash course in mathematics. And sorry, that's not okay, that's not the relevant page. Here you have the timetable and the themes. Room, because exceptionally crash courses will be taught both online and in presence. So if you are here in Rimini, I suggest you to go in class and follow directly. If students that are still abroad can't be in Rimini now, they can follow online. And crash courses for SEM are in economics, if I remember well, and crash courses here are, yes, economics. So here as well you have the teams room. Apart from the crash courses, the course timetable is here for the first year. So you see each day, or you can see per week or per month, when lessons are taught. That's the same for SEM course timetable. And here you have your schedule. Okay? There are also monitors at the entrance with the whole list of lessons taught daily. Any questions or doubts about it? Because Going qualify, okay.
About the internship for the RESD students, do we have to find a place or there is a placement also?
Okay, so the question is RESD students wishing to do an internship on the first year. Here under study, you will have curricular internship and you will find all information on how to start looking for it. So you have a database. You need to be, to have completed your enrollment. So your position should be active in order to access the database. There you will find both offers available for students or companies that already have an agreement. So you can browse, choose the one you wish to apply to, submit your curriculum, so your official request. If they accept you, some other documents are required, and you see here deadlines for presenting your request. So normally you have to complete the internship procedure by the 10th of each month in order to start the following month. Okay?
Are crash courses mandatory or?
Well, there's no mandatory, neither for RES nor for STEM students, but they are highly recommended. Since not all of you have the same background, they are aimed at leveling your knowledge. Since mathematics, economics will be the core topics of your degree programs, if you have some labs or any way just to refresh your knowledge, it's important to follow the crash courses.
And we can find the crash courses lesson in the virtual rooms after the lesson.
Normally they don't record classes, but you can follow them online. So if you are not here in Rimini, you can follow online. Just ask the professor. Maybe they are willing to record lessons anyway, or maybe they are not. So they are not, required to record lessons. The only possibility you have, not just for crash courses, but for regular lessons, is to have only the first week recorded. Since you know that Italian students are asked to vote for political elections on the 25th. So in order to allow them to go back home, vote, and come back to Rimini, the campus asked professors to record only the first week. But that depends on the professor. So some may say, yes, no problem with me. Some may say, I won't do it. So if you miss the first week or the first weeks because you are not in Rimini or for any other reason, I suggest you to address professors to see if you can access the the explanations or the hints in other forms and address your classmates as well. So normally you have, I know the students have the, let's say, WhatsApp chat of first year, so they can exchange contents or suggestions, and that's another possibility. So if you will be in class, your classmates can help you with the notes, for example, of the first lessons. That's my suggestion, okay?
And for September, it's just the crash courses, or will appear the complete timetable of class?
Okay, the complete timetable is what you find here. Crash courses are a bit particular, so unfortunately, some of them can't be indicated here. So you just have the name of the course, but you don't have the link to the virtual room. So crash courses will be 30 hours starting this week. So for us, for example, is Wednesday. Let's see for STEM. if we have it here. Yes, for semi is tomorrow, but as you have seen, there's no link to the Teams room here. So go back to studying and find the crash course here. So crash courses are organized by, let's say, each degree program in order, as we were saying, to level your knowledge or to make you refresh some core topics. They are not mandatory, but highly recommended. You have normally no exam at the end of it, or the professor may just have a test in class just to see if you have understood the contents. But they are not part of the degree structure diagram, and they are aside from regular lessons. So if you want to see regular lessons, you will find them under here, course timetable with the with room and the scheduled timetable. If you want to go deep into the contents, you need to go here under course structure diagram, and you will find all that is relevant for that specific learning activity.
For RESD, there's one non-mandatory class which is supposed to start soon, but we don't see it in the course.
No, because the professor has changed from last year. We have a new professor, but we still are under completing the administrative part. So the course will be taught probably in November, December, because we don't have time now to fulfill the administrative requirements, and the program will be available, I guess, in maybe early October. So it's energy decarbonization, okay? But that's the only one. Normally you have all the programs here. Okay.
Hi. I'm coming to Rimini on this 15th September, and I would just land on the Milan airport. So, but in the website, I only saw like the direction from the Rimini airport. So, may I know like which train should I take or something like that? Can I just write an email, or because it's like very, how to say, a limited days. Yes.
Okay.
From Milan airport.
Okay. That's the plenary session we will be having at the end. Anyway, here we will make available the presentation on how to reach Rimini campus. Okay, so you will have information on trains, airports, or cars, anyway. So if your request is specific on transportation to Rimini, wait for the presentation to be uploaded after this plenary session we will have at 12. And then if you have doubts, you can address the tutor. Okay, she may give you some hints.
Yes, I will.
Okay, thank you. And we have a question here.
For some students, is it possible to start the internship in the first year or not?
No, you don't have it in your first year. You will have it here in your second year. That's the study plan. Let's see here for students enrolled now in their second year. And you will find here the internship for 6 or 12 credits. Okay?
And we can choose between the...
Yes, you have minimum 12 and maximum 36, so you can have both. Yes, it's up to you. Normally, we'll have kick-off meetings with students, both on their first and second year, with some more details on the internship, or also at the last, probably at the last, at the end of your first year, on the graduation of your second year. So normally we try to have separate meetings devoted to experiences abroad, like mobility programs, or how to choose a supervisor for my final thesis, how to choose a topic, okay? So that's just, let's say, a first step presentation, okay? Any other questions on this topic, or I can go on? Regarding opportunities, as we were saying, there are some opportunities to be either the tutor of the degree program or the tutor for some teaching activities. So normally when a call is open for you, I will send you an email, and you will see anyway all relevant calls in bandi.unibo.it. So if you have completed your enrollment, you can apply if you have the requirements of that specific call. And the tutor of the degree program normally helps me and the program director in some specific, let's say, communication, so the managing the Facebook page or the Instagram profile of the Rimini campus, or giving informal hints or suggestions to students, or highlighting some side calls not promoted by the university, but anyway, like grants for students, or other calls that are relevant for the studies. Normally, we are in touch by email quite often, let's say. And then also, my colleagues of the international desk will probably have sessions devoted to mobility programs. So the Erasmus internship or the Erasmus study programs, all the opportunities you can get as students of the Rimini campus, or any other grants. We were saying before, the grants for internship in Italy or abroad, for example. We will be offering grants for final dissertation in Italy or abroad. Or we also have grants for the best first year students, the best second year students, the best graduates, or the RESD blog, for example, or the SEND best project work. So you will get to know about different possibilities by email or just by checking the Bandi the web page. You have the complete list here. Normally, that's in Italian, unfortunately, in Italian only. And normally you have here varie tipologie, so various kinds of codes you can apply to. And all you need to know is online, as we were saying. So when you write either to the tutor or me or the program director, please use your Studio Unibo email. Since with this email, we can quickly check who you are, and the correspondence will be quicker. If you write from your personal email and I have no clue who you are, it will be difficult for me to retrace your position. So that's very, very easy. We were saying the official website, so res.unibo or servicemanagement.unibo, your student online profile, where you will find all the relevant icons. So when your position will be active, you will find all the red icons here. So who needs to submit your study plan will click here. If you have to book for sitting the exams, you have Alma Esami and you click here. Normally, you have the possibility to book, which is open for about 10 days, and 4 days before the exam date, you can't enroll anymore. So when the course starts, you can get into your Alma Exami profile and just check when the possibility to book for sitting the exam is open. Because if you miss subscribing for sitting the exam, you won't be able to sit it anyway, and professors are quite strict on that. So remember not to miss these deadlines. Then you have your career here, so you have your online mark recorded. You have here the possibility to apply to calls for international mobility programs. You have your key situation here, so everything is in your student profile, and your Unibo app may be useful as well. So if a lesson, for example, is cancelled, normally you receive a notification via the app. You can use Teams for following, for example, crash courses. If you are not in Rimini, you have the virtual space where professors upload didactic material. So your profile contains really everything you know. So anything you need. But besides the RESD and SEM websites, you have the campus website, which is relevant as well. Under campus services, you will find the international desk, for example, for students, international students who need to complete their enrollment. So you have here office hours, the email, the phone number. You take an appointment, you submit your documents, and you are then able to complete your enrollment. You have the student administration office for your fee situation, for example, and you find here their emails and phones. You have, for example, the psychological support service. Should you be in need of some psychological support, for example, it can happen. You feel stressed, you feel overcome by your university life, you are abroad or anyway far from home. So it may happen that you are living, let's say, some difficulties regarding your academic life, and so you can address them, have a meeting, and try to let's say, sort it out. Okay, so that's, I think, very important. Then you'll find the language labs, the computer labs, the library. I think you did all the campus tours, so you have probably seen all the locations here. The AMA Wi-Fi, which is for sure very, very relevant, and also the career guidance, if you wish to know what your future may be, like looking for a job or going on with your studying, enrolling in other masters or PhD degrees, for example, or other students' opportunities like grants, accommodation. So that's the link for the services the campus is offering you. As we were saying, the international desk and the student administration office are relevant for international students needing to complete their enrollment, or Italian students anyway. I'm not in charge of that, so I'm not very helpful in this matter. And we have some Facebook pages, so one for us and one for Sam, and we have an Instagram profile of the campus. So you can like us, or the tutor will be posting some news for you, some relevant indications on grants or meetings or whatever. And following this welcome day, we will have 2 other events that may be very interesting for you, as we have invited for RESD and for SEM students some international experts or some professors from other universities, having some conferences, 2 different conferences. One is linked with tourism and economics, the challenge of green transition, and the other one is trends and opportunities in finance and services. So I invite you to join them, as you have joined this welcome day, since you may see senior students from your degree program, so there will be some RESD and SEM students of the second year probably, and you will get to know experts and have an idea of what you as graduates can be, have a wider idea on the opportunities these degree programs are offering you. And I'm quite sure that tomorrow for us students there will also be a toast together, and that would be anyway a good chance for you to meet other students, other international students, and get to know each other, and give us the possibility to know you as well better than we are doing now today.
Is it also possible to join online for these students?
Can you please repeat your question? Because
Is it also possible to join those 2 events online?
Online, no, unfortunately not. These are designed only in presence, and that's done because we wish you to be in Rimini, and we wish you to start going back to in-presence lessons. So that's why we decided not to have these online, because you should come to Rimini and start getting your knowledge of the location of the university. I know that many of you still are struggling with visa. I know you are abroad and you wish to attend as well, but we will have probably some other events in the future, so you will take this opportunity and this chance later on.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Any other question? I didn't want to spend too much time on details because that's quite boring, let's say, but we will have the plenary session again, and we will probably have 2 kick-off meetings, one for RESD and one for SEM, with the degree directors. So normally at the end of the month, Professor Montini and Professor Visentini will be seeing you either within their lessons or just 1 hour in between some of other lessons. Then we will welcome you, they will welcome you in a different way, just giving you some other hints on your university career and experience. Are there some international students here present? Okay, just a few, so it's 4, not many. Did you manage to complete your enrollment already? Have you uploaded your documents on the Studenti Online for the international desk to check them?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. So please do it at the earliest because time is running fast, and if you don't do it, my colleagues can check them and your enrollment can't be completed. So you can't take advantage of having complete enrollment and you don't have any insurance yet. So the faster you do it, the faster they can.
Should we contact the Rimini International Desk?
Yes, the international desk in Rimini, yes. Normally they, let's see if they are campus here. If they only see you by appointment online, international desk, office hours, okay, delivery or collection, okay, upon request on, okay, so just address them, take an appointment, take all your original documents. And for students not in Rimini now, please upload your original documents online. In my previous emails, I think I showed you how to do it. That will allow the international desk to check them and you to complete your enrollment. So you can anyway go to restaurants, so be in class, no problem for that, but you can't, for example, submit your study plan if your enrollment is incomplete yet. That's why we wish you can fulfill it in a short time.
Excuse me, I have another question. For the crash courses, there is the class will take place in Alberti 9. Is the building in Via Quintino Sella 13, the building?
Yes, well, some people write these addresses and some people don't, but the Complesso Alberti is close to the Anghera, which is the main entrance. So either you get from the back or from the front of the building, you will find Alberti 9 and 10 in the courtyard. So if you,
thank you.
by the way, the virtual tour here will show you the main buildings and the main rooms here. So you will find here Complesso Alberti. Okay, so you can take this virtual tour as an example, and Quintino Sella is for sure the right address. Otherwise, you can get from Via Cattaneo. So we have many entrances.
Excuse me, I have a question. I wanted to know, this is also a question for my fellow classmates. I am a SEM student, freshman, and I wanted to know if there's already a WhatsApp group that has been created.
I don't think so, but my suggestion is that you have to. Okay, so
we're gonna contact her and
okay, so
if there is, can you send me the link, please? Because like I cannot.
okay, so maybe if
I will contact her on Microsoft Teams.
okay, so what's your name?
Davide.
Okay, so Viviana Davide will contact you on Teams, and he will tell you what's the group name, and then we'll probably join all together in the WhatsApp group. I know these WhatsApp are very, very useful for you, and they are very, very used among students. Any other questions? Okay, so the WhatsApp is here. The Milan Airport, Lucrezia will send you information.
Excuse me.
Okay, Laila, okay? Laila?
Excuse me. Can I have a question concerning with the payment? For the enrollment fee, it's very difficult to make a payment from my country because my country is currently under the dictatorship that the government block all the border transaction, international transaction. So, but the problem is also like I will only reach Rimini on 15 September. So, is it possible for me to do the payment on that 15 September?
Okay, are you a RESD student?
I am I am a fresher for this intake. Yes, a RESD student. Yeah, IST student.
Okay, sorry, I think it was Laila speaking. That's Nien Cho. Is it you speaking?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
I'm speaking.
student, okay, for sure you can pay on the 15th. I don't know if you need to have a bank account here in Italy or payments are accepted from foreign banks as well. So try to address maybe the student administration office. They may know. Normally payments have no problems, but if your bank account is blocked, I don't know how to overcome this problem. Maybe you just need to open a new bank account here in Italy, but I don't know if you can, if you don't have, I mean, I don't think you can go there with some cash and open a bank account. Unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe the international desk for the student administration office will be helping you with this matter. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. I will reach out to them.
Okay. Well. Okay, so now if I have answered your question, we have Farina. Farina, you can ask your question. Any other doubts? Students connected. Okay, Valeria, you have a question?
Yes, hello. Thank you so much for the presentation and for valuable information as well. I would like to ask you about crash courses. I'm a RESD student, and according to our timetable, we will have the crash courses in econometrics and mathematics. But for now, there is only mathematics in our schedule. Will we have econometrics crash course?
In February, I think. Let me check. Crash courses, yes, in February. So this year we decided to split them. Mathematics on this first semester and econometrics next semester.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Farina, if you have a question, you can speak on the microphone. Kelvin?
Good morning. Good morning. Calling an international student from Nigeria. I want to ask a question. I need a link precisely for concerning education.
Kelvin, I think the connection is very bad. I can hardly hear you. Would you please repeat?
I'm an international student from Nigeria. I need a link or more instruction with respect to accommodation facilities in Rimini.
Did you get what he is asking? Nobody, I'm sorry, nobody did understand because the connection is very, very bad. It's very noisy. No, sorry. You can type it. You can type your question in the chat.
Okay,
Okay?
okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes.
Maybe can it be possible that you send all the students an email with the WhatsApp group, or because we don't know how to get the link and to share it to everybody.
Okay, so the WhatsApp group needs your telephone numbers.
Yeah, but they just share the link, so if
Who shares the link?
click the link.
Yeah, but
I was wondering if you, since you have all our contacts.
Okay, I won't do it first of all because I'm not able to do this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not managing to get your phone numbers. So,
What just if you just share the link, it's automatic. Yeah, we just click on the link and we.
I will ask the tutors to do it because I don't know how to share the link because I didn't know about it. I thought you just shared your phone numbers and one of you decided to be an administrator of the group. But as I can see here, you have a group, but I don't know how to create it or I don't know how the SAM or RESD tutors have created it.
Okay.
So let me, okay, I'll make a note, but if you don't hear from me, send me an email to cdlm.res in order to remind me, okay? Maybe Lucrezia, if she's online. Yes. Okay, Lucrezia, do you know for RES and for SEM how to create, or do you know for some students if they have created a WhatsApp group like this?
From the chat, I think for now only RESD students have created it, but to create it, it's just you just need somebody just needs to create the WhatsApp group and share the link in the chat, and then everybody clicking on the link can add to the group.
Okay.
So the problem is because we are here, so we not have access to this link. Because we're
okay, so you did okay.
Reach the meeting online.
We just said it, sorry.
But you can reach the meeting anyway because the links to the virtual rooms are in the home and the site event. So if all STEM students or RES students join with their mobiles the link to this section, you will get access to the chat and see there. But if we don't know what the STEM WhatsApp group is, no way you can take it. So if Gaetano has it, Gaetano is the tutor, he can send it to me and I can share it with you by email if it's just a link.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, now I know. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you see my technical knowledge is not that good. Okay, so going back to, I got lost with the WhatsApp group, going back to our, okay, questions, Kelvin. International student, related to students accommodation in Rimini. So, under the Rimini campus services, you have accommodation at the bottom here. Okay, so you have the public relations office and we only have one student accommodation, which is managed by the regional authority ERGO. So you can, Kelvin, check this link and apply for an accommodation if you have the requirements to, or if you are looking for private houses or temporary houses, you have here some references. I know it may not be easy to find an accommodation, it may not be cheap, but try all you can, either via the institutional website or these private, let's say, suggestions. So I know there are many other Facebook groups, so I think you can find let's say some hints by checking on these different links. Okay, Viviana Francese says, if there's no WhatsApp group for STEM, I can create it. I will check with Gaetano and Alessandro, the previous tutors, and we'll let you know. So I will send you an email to your studio Unibo email address. So from now on, please read it or redirect your private email to your personal email. Mian, I think, already asked her questions. Farina, if you want to ask a question, just go ahead. Karina, you can either turn your microphone on or type your question in the chat. Okay, we have another question in the meantime. How do I upload my documents for my enrollment? Chimea 2. Okay, I sent you all information on my previous email. Let me see if I can show it. You have no worry, you should have here let me see. Let me see if it's here. No, I don't remember. Okay, should be here. So the English version should be under bookings and should be no, that's for Bologna, so that's not the right. There's a link here. I don't remember at present, sorry. Let me see if it's here. Should be here. Okay, write me back to cdlm.res and I will retrieve information for you, because at present I don't remember. There's a specific icon here, but I can't remember it at present. And for Chimea, check the link for international students, what they need to if they have a foreign degree. So, should be perspective. Okay, anyway, enrolling in a second cycle degree with a foreign qualification. So you will find here, if you need translation, declaration of value or whatever, and you will also find, I think, the link to the CIMEA. Okay, which is CIMEA.it. This answer is for Nouri Islam. Farina from Iran. To join classes online. I'm sorry, no, as I was previously saying, maybe only the first week of lessons will be recorded. For the rest, you will have lessons in presence. So if you miss the first weeks, you can address professors and your classmates or notes from your classmates or suggestions from professors. But that's the only way to handle it at present. Deadline to reach Rimini, there's no deadline actually, but you need to have your visa and come to Rimini by the end of February. So you still have time, and unfortunately we can't ask embassies or consulates to speed up your request and your procedures, so we have to wait until they reply. You can anyway check under the university portal if the visa has been released. Okay, we have many questions from international students. In a few minutes, we'll be starting the plenary session again. So I think it's better to leave this room now, go back to the plenary session. You can make you can ask other questions there, and anyway, send me an email if the question is too specific for you. Okay? Thank you very much for following. See you in a few minutes. Bye.